They heard whimpering first, faint, hollow. Something lost beneath the world. A contractor renovating an old farmhouse. Outside of town was prying up rotten floorboards when he saw the eyes. Two glowing, frightened eyes staring up from a dirt pit and a nose caked with soil and blood. It was a pit bull, half-buried bones visible, covered in scars that told 1,000 stories no one dared to imagine. The man screamed for help. Animal control came. So did the news. The rescue team had to dig for hours. Someone had sealed the space deliberately. A hidden crawl space. No food, no water, no light. They believed the pit bull had been there for at least 2 weeks. The name they gave him was Ghost because he should have died. At the shelter, Ghost didn't move for 3 days. Not for food. Not for voices. Not for rain tapping the windows. He was afraid of everything. And who could blame him? Staff whispered in hushed tones. He's not just injured. He's broken. Veterinarians discovered shattered ribs, healed improperly, rope burns on his legs, scars around his muzzle, signs of a life no one wanted to imagine, used, hidden, discarded. He didn't bark. He didn't flinch. He just watched, waiting. Not for rescue, but for it to happen again. A woman in her early 50s came to the shelter for a volunteer program. She wasn't new to pain. She'd worked years in trauma response. She'd lost a son in the war. When she saw Ghost, something pulled her in. The staff warned her. He didn't. Like touch, didn't respond. Might never heal. She nodded, sat down anyway. She visited every day, sat outside the kennel. Spoke softly, not to cheer him up, but to acknowledge him. "You're still here," she whispered one morning. "That's enough for now." On day 14, he crept forward. By day 20, he licked her fingers. On day 35, Ghost left the shelter, entered a home. He didn't adjust quickly. Every door slam made him freeze. Every mirror made him growl. He was terrified of basements, refused to go near them, but the woman never forced him. She laid out a mattress in the living room, far from stairs. She spoke only in whispers. She never reached for him. She let him come close. Weeks passed. Then one morning, the woman found Ghost curled at the edge of her bed, facing her, watching, guarding. It was the first time he slept through the night. It was late fall when the town flooded. The woman's house was hit badly. Power gone. Phone lines down. Rising water creeping toward the second floor. She tried to climb out the window but slipped, hurt her leg, couldn't walk. She called Ghost, and he came. He licked her face, nosed her arms, then vanished into the rain. She thought he'd run, instead, returned, dragging her coat and then a floating laundry basket. He nudged her into it, then gripped the handle in his teeth, pulled through knee-deep water. Through freezing. Winds for nearly 2 blocks. They found her later unconscious, wrapped in blankets. Beside her, Ghost sat, shivering, refusing to move. He'd saved her life. Word spread fast. Pit bull saves woman from flood. Abused dog turns hero. Ghost, the survivor. Local businesses donated food. A vet offered free care for life. School painted a mural. But the woman said little. She only whispered. "He gave me a reason to believe again." Ghost started visiting therapy centers. He sat beside veterans with nightmares, children with anxiety, women who flinched at shadows. They said his eyes didn't pity you. They understood you. Years passed. Ghost grew older, slower, but never weaker. He still sat by the window at dusk, still growled at storms, still curled around the woman's feet when she cried in her sleep. His fur never fully grew back. His limp never faded. But he was happy, loved, seen. And when the day came, Ghost passed quietly beside the woman's bed, his head in her lap, eyes on hers, breath steady. She buried him in the garden. Under the tree where they had first sat together that spring, she planted wildflowers on his grave. Every year, they bloom early, even in the cold. She says it's his doing. The town erected a statue in front of the shelter. A bronze pit bull with tired eyes and a strong stance. Beneath it reads Ghost. Found in darkness, lived in light. Children leave toys beside it. Veterans salute. Survivors light candles. Ghost didn't just survive. He transformed. He taught people what it meant to carry pain and still protect others. He showed that being broken doesn't mean being worthless. Sometimes it means you're exactly the one the world needs most.